Hello, this is Chris Haskell from They Live by Film. For those that don't know us, Adam, Zach, and we built a podcast over the last 2 years that's a combination of film discussion from three very different perspectives, as well as industry interviews with the leaders in boutique Blu-ray and 4K community. We started with Dev Crocodile, but over time we've been lucky enough to speak with Arrow Video, Severin, Mondo Macabro, Vinegar Syndrome, Radiance, Indicator, most of the OCN partner labels. It's been a blast. You can find us wherever you podcast, and also actually recently as part of Someone's Favorite Production Podcast Network. We hope to see you online.
Have you ever wanted to dive deeper into the horror movies you love? Beyond the Blood is a horror podcast for fans who want more than just surface level screams. We do deep dives into the movies that shaped us, digging into director commentaries, behind the scenes stories, deleted scenes, and the special features that most people skip. Each episode is a love letter to the genre. We break down how these films were made, the creative risks that paid off or didn't, and the lasting impact they've had on the genre as a whole. From 70s slashers to modern nightmares, we celebrate the craft, chaos, and characters that keep us coming back. If you're the kind of fan who rewatches movies with the commentary on, or you simply grew up in the video store horror aisle, the Beyond the Blood podcast was made for you. New episodes every single week. Subscribe, and let's dig deep. Welcome to the Beyond the Blood podcast.
We're in Way Media.
Welcome back to Midnight Viewing, the horror anthology podcast, where this season we're taking a look at George A. Romero's 1980s series, Tales from the Darkside. I'm Father Malone, and sharing the Midnight View with me is the projection booth's Mike White.
Well, I didn't expect the Spanish Inquisition.
Oh, you stole my joke. Yeah, tonight we are taking a look at two episodes from season 3. Those are Heretic and A Serpent's Tooth. Heretic, Season 3, Episode 7, originally aired on November the 9th, 1986. This one was written by Edith Swenson. We're going to keep tangling with you, Edith. And directed by Gerald Kotz. This one stars Roberts Blossom. He's an anthology hero now. We had him over on Twilight Zone 85 and a fucking really good one. Also starring Bruce McVitie, Michael O'Hare, and Alan Scarf. When a shady art dealer starts trafficking in stolen church relics, he discovers that truly no one expects the Spanish Inquisition. There it is twice now for you folks. Mike, what'd you think of Heretic?
I really liked this episode. It could have been so cheesy and so bad, but I really think that the performances kept this on track. And especially, so who is our main character? Is that Jimmy, right?
Yep.
Like Michael O'Hare. Jimmy has one speech that he's giving to, I believe it's Hart, the Bruce McVitie character. And he's talking about, hey, I used to be just like you. I was the runner. I would do this. And I wanted to be bigger than I am. And now here I am. And I'm teaching you the lesson that I had been taught when I was in your position. And it's, I don't know, maybe like 2 minutes long, if that. But I was like, wow, that's a really good speech. And Michael O'Hare delivers it very well. And there are moments where we need histrionics, we need screaming and pleading and stuff. And he seems to do that pretty darn well as well. So I was like really happy with the way that this episode went. And it followed what I thought was going to happen pretty well. But yeah, I also obviously going all the way back to Night Gallery, talking about the changing paintings with Roddy McDowell. This kind of has some of that going, and I loved it. And then, yeah, fucking Robert's Blossom shows up, and I'm like, okay, yeah, whatever you want to do, show. I'm here for Robert's Blossom. Just please let this man have the floor.
For the first time in, as far as I can remember watching anthology shows here, Mike, this is an episode that made me gasp at one point. I was actually shocked at something they did near the end. Agree. I think, by the way, I think Bruce McVitie is Hart. I think he's the main guy. I think Michael O'Hare is the up and comer who seems older than Bruce McVitie, just weirdly. Bruce McVitie, by the way, ended up on The Sopranos. First
Okay.
season of like 5 or 6 episodes of The Sopranos. I love that guy. Yeah, the economy that we loved about this show, all fully on display here. I got really nervous in the opening scene only because of the art direction.
Yeah.
Very set bound, not at all stoked because you knew as soon as the scene opened that this was going to be our location. And I thought, I don't know if I can take watching that. But when he ends up falling into that painting, and then I really appreciated the set, because not only was the dungeon set, obviously that's where they spent all the money, but they reused even the wall from his apartment. If you notice that those blocks were huge and now they've repainted them to look like the dungeon. I thought that was so economical. It made me love how chintzy it looked at the beginning. Yeah, the acting in this one carries it. That Bruce McVitie, yeah. That guy, man, like I totally believed it. That so easily could have been a clumsy scene. And for some reason, that guy just commands the fucking. I've seen him in a bunch of stuff, but he's another actor. I'm just like, why isn't he huge? Like, he's got real presence to him. And then, like you said, and then Robert's Blossom shows up as in this Inquisitor's outfit. He looks great. He's just so freaky, man. His performance here is unlike any performance I've seen of his. It's leering and creepy and taunting and having a good time. I don't know if I've seen Robert's Blossom having a good time being so fucking evil.
Yeah, I think, probably just his role in Christine. He seems to be having a pretty good time at one point, just ripping his brother to shreds. But yeah, I was also very surprised too when the first time there's something supernatural that it's Alan Scarf who shows up. And he's very gentle, and he's just talking about St. Bartholomew and the way he had this cup and everything. And when he shows the cup, I'm just like, oh, Jesus, are we going to talk about the cup of a carpenter? Is this going to be the Holy Grail kind of thing? And then I love that he eventually takes it and he's drinking from the cup once he goes into the fantasy sequence. And I so wanted it to be the dog's bowl.
When he comes back.
Yes. I'm drinking out of a dog bowl. What the hell's going on?
Yeah, but what we're talking about, the surrealism going on here in this season. Folks, if you listened to the last episode when we reviewed the last 2 episodes of the season, we were appreciating how surreal that they've gotten this year. And this has continued it. And this is Edith Swenson, who has given us a lot of clunkers early. But here, just the ingenuity of it, like you said, the fact that we don't immediately just drop him into the Spanish Inquisition, the fact that there's this sort of harbinger who shows up as almost like a warning, and then he falls into it, and then we meet an even greater kind of threat. I don't know. This one's a big old winner for me. And yeah, like all I could think watching Bruce McVitie, like this is just stupid behind the scenes kind of thoughts, but like how many push-ups was he doing that morning? Like he knew that they were going to string him up shirtless, like.
When the torture scene actually was effective, because normally when I see torture, I'm just like, okay, yeah, that actually looks like it might be kind of a nice effect. Like I could use some traction myself, a good old stretch, but it really looks like it hurts this guy.
Yeah, all of the sort of violence against him looks good, and all of the sort of regret on the guy, like when he comes back, like. When he gets caught the second time, that's the shocking part. Let me just mention that. When fucking Robert's Blossom shows up in our world in the doorway, I was like, oh my, like a genuine shock, genuine fright. Good work, Tales from the Darkside.
Yeah, that was really good. Just can you imagine Robert's Blossom just showing up at your door anytime, even if he was just like delivering a nice package for you or something, had a beautiful charcuterie board or something. But if it's Robert's Blossom delivering it, I don't know if I'm going to take that charcuterie board.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm taking anything. I don't know. I'm opening the door. I would probably yell from my window or something. Like, can I help you, sir?
We're good. Thank you.
Come to the door. Not going to hurt you.
Oh, yeah.
But
Yeah,
yeah.
my granddaughter doesn't want to pay attention to me, yeah, or whatever it is. I finally saw Home Alone for the first time, so now I'm like, oh, okay, this is what most people know him from. I'm more like Christine or any of these shows. Hell, I'm just thinking about him with that Trick or Treat episode that we had. Was that just last season?
Yeah.
Which was very good as well. And then, yeah, you mentioned that Twilight Zone. Was that the one? That was the one with Piper Laurie, right? Where the car
Yeah.
breaks down. Yeah,
The,
that was really
the Burning
good.
Man, I believe the title.
Oh,
It was Ray
yes.
Bradbury short story.
That was good.
Yeah, man. One of these just one-offs where we're not going to explain anything to you. This is just how sometimes it happens in the world. Like that to me is just the fucking most terrifying thing. Like when a show can do that and do it well, like bravo. And Darkside's doing it.
Yeah, they're really hitting it this time.
Oh man, once again, I was so scared, and they're just fucking pulling it off. God bless. And just because this is called Heretic, it reminded me of the movie Heretic that I watched recently, and that's a really good movie. So all the Heretics are good as far as I'm concerned. You want to watch a Heretic? Watch that movie. Watch this episode.
Well, hell yeah, Exorcist 2, baby. Woo!
The Heretic. Yes, what a triple bill.
Oh God, yeah, it would be, wouldn't it?
Which ones do you watch first? Do you
Oh,
watch
man.
you gotta watch Exorcist 2 first? No, this first, this
Yeah.
episode, then
Mhm.
Exorcist 2, and then the actual movie Heretic. So
All right, that
or
works.
no, you know what? Actually, I think you should do it in reverse.
Okay. Yeah.
I think the actual good movie, watch that first and just get that out of your system. So then you have no, and then use Tales from the Dark Side as a nice sorbet, and then you can enjoy the ridiculousness, because it'll be late by then.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Then you get to be brushed by the wings of the locust.
Yeah, man, you're going to be punchy by then. Our next episode is called A Serpent's Tooth. This is season 3, episode 8, aired originally on November the 16th, 1986. Written again by Edith Swenson. This one is directed by Frank De Palma, starring Renee Taylor, Lewis Quinn, Joanne Willette, Brett Marks, grandson of Harpo Marx, Bad News Bears, Brett Marks, and Jared Rushton. Yeah, Billy from Big, Tom Hanks' little friend from Big is
Oh, right. Okay. I knew that kid looked familiar.
looks so familiar, right? Yep.
Yeah.
This story is a fucking nightmare. It's about a controlling mother who gains control of her children through supernatural means. I can't think of anything more terrifying, Mike.
This could have been so bad, but I ended up loving it. I really loved it because this felt so monkey's paw, be careful what you wish for kind of thing. And I loved the way that it twisted and the way that we get to see the story progress. It kind of reminded me, I made a reference recently to that goodbye show. And it kind of reminded me a little bit of that, where it was like, can this little girl control who's going to die or not? But you get no doubt in your mind that Renee Taylor's character, you see the little serpent tooth glowing and everything, and you're just like, oh shit, you better be careful with what you're saying. And she just uses those phrases like crazy, those just harping on everything and everybody. And that she was perfect. And I thought that her kids were perfect. And I especially liked the way that they tortured little Richie, especially when she says, you don't have to have a conniption fix.
Oh my God, that was so horrifying.
That was great.
This
So good.
this whole episode is like a psychotic Henny Youngman bit, man.
Yes.
And yeah, what I really loved about it was what you're saying. She's so cavalier with it. You would think if you said a phrase and it caused someone's like face to freeze, the next time you said anything while you were wearing that serpent's tooth, you would probably choose your words carefully. She doesn't care.
No. Well, and I love too that it's the whole thing of, mom, you have to stop doing that. Our lives are a fucking danger from you wearing that serpent's tooth. She puts it away. And then the family starts to go back to normal. Joanne Willette starts wearing her hair the way she was and wearing too much makeup and all these things, almost looking like my kid went punk rock type of thing. And mom can't take it. She's got to put that serpent's tooth back on. And I'm like, oh, that's really nice, because we usually have the whole, okay, I won't ever use this again. They put it away and then the episode is relatively over. But here it's just like, no, my family really needs this. They need me to badger them. So good.
Absolutely. That they keep defying expectations here this season. They where I think the episode has ended, like you're saying, it isn't. They've always got something in reserve. And I loved that moment when she can't help herself, when the daughter realizes she's doing, like, Mom, you could kill us very easily with this thing. And it is a Thanos situation, right? Like, Mom kind of has a point. Like, you know, the kid, she's right in the end. That's the other fucked up thing. Because once the kids have sorted their lives out, even now they're doing what they want to be doing, they have adhered to Mom's regimen. And that's what's getting them over the hump. So it's like the end of The Mist. She was right all along.
Yeah. And I just love how everything just goes berserk so quickly. I think we have one commercial break before she actually gets the serpent's tooth. And then once she does, the world just goes wild so quickly. As soon as if you keep reading that, you're going to go blind. And the next thing you know, there's the sun going blind. I'm like, wow. Okay. And then, yeah, the face is going to stick that way. And then what was the last one that she does to the daughter? Oh, I can't even remember what she does to the daughter. But then I love how she's got it talks about how chicken soup cures everything. And then just she knows that now she has a cure for all of their ails. And the way she's like jamming that turkey baster into the kid's mouth and squirting this chicken soup inside.
Poor Jared Rushton. That's an appliance they put on him. The fake tongue, like over his mouth. Good. That poor kid. Oh, he got to go on and being big.
Yeah, that was so nice. And then you get to see again where she's just, oh, you're glowing. Oh, wait, no, you're not glowing. You're not glowing.
That was the last thing with the daughter. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not sweating. You're glowing. Oh, okay. You're not glowing. Jesus Christ.
So good. Oh, yeah. From your mouth to God's ears. And then you hear the heavenly noise. And I'm like, oh, shit. What did she just do? Like, I thought for sure, like, God was going to rain down thunder and lightning onto her. But then I guess it's appropriate that she ends up as a pillar of salt.
Do I have to go back and reassess all of Edith Swenson's contributions here? Like,
I don't think so, because I was going back through her stuff and I'm like, yeah, these weren't very good. I don't know what she's doing this season, but she's hit her stride with these two.
I am at least going to go back and look to see which ones were adaptations, because it seems when they're originals, I really like them. I like the way she thinks, but the adaptations maybe are bad. I don't know. Maybe I just want her to be better.
Maybe. I don't know if she's still alive. She might be, because she was only born in 1953, so she's younger than my mom. And she wrote, and she was still writing in 2022, wrote a movie called Brazen. So yeah, she's written a ton.
Operation Get Edith Swenson. That's for season 4. That's our new mission. We're gonna get her. Joanne Willette, I had a big old crush on. She was on a TV series called Just the 10 of Us, which I started watching because I had a big old crush on Heather Langenkamp. But then I saw Joanne Willette, and then Heather Langenkamp fell by the wayside.
I could totally see that. Yeah, she was very adorable.
And I loved that she came down and was dressed like Madonna.
Yes,
at the beginning. As a child of the 70s and 1980s, I was 13 when this fucking episode came out. There were so many girls in so many malls rocking that Madonna look. That took me back. The kids today, they can't get it right. That was perfect. So bravo, Joanne.
She really hit it very well. Yeah. I'm looking through some of these photos of her on IMDb and to see that she was in a very well, and I don't know how many years before after this Hill Street Blues episode was, but I'm like, oh, now more excuse for me to go back and do a rewatch of Hill Street Blues.
I've never seen Hill Street Blues. I think I've seen 2 episodes of Hill Street Blues. You want to know another thing? Speaking of Robert's Blossom, never seen Home Alone.
Oh, I like I said, I just finally saw it last year for the first time all the way through. I think we did leave before Home Alone 2 was over though, so I still haven't seen that one.
What was your assessment of Home Alone?
Those people are so strange. Like I don't know how you leave a child behind, and I don't understand why Catherine O'Hara, her trip across the country took seconds shorter than all of the rest of the family coming back to their house. So I don't know why she even left them. And I'm just, yeah, the logic left a lot to be desired.
Well, I'm going to skip it.
Okay. Yeah. Good theme from John Williams, but that's like saying, oh, air is very nice to breathe.
Yeah. Hey, that Richard Pryor's real funny.
Yeah.
Hey, anything more on Serpent's Tooth?
No, just Edith, please keep it up.
Yeah,
if you've got more episodes coming, I hope they're hitting like this.
I can't believe we're in this far into a season 3 and we're not pulling our fucking hair out. First
I
time,
know.
everything.
I was shocked when I was just like, wait a second, this is another good episode. I'm just waiting for the other shoe to drop.
I know, and it's on the way, but come on, we'll enjoy the glow. You hear that, Mom? We want to glow. All right. On the next episode of Midnight Viewing, we're going to be taking a look at the next 2 episodes from season 3. Those are Baker's Dozen and Deliver Us from Goodness. Midnight Viewing, the horror anthology podcast, is a proud member of Weirding Way Media Group, and our theme song was composed by HP with an assist by Donald Rubenstein. Until next time, what are you working on? Where can people find it? Mike White.
I work on a little show called Rankin on Bond, where every month Chris Stachiw, Richard Haddam, and I, and occasionally guest co-hosts such as yourself, Father Malone. I think you're coming back pretty soonish. Or no, I think you might be on the Chevy Chase podcast. It's what I was looking at the other day. But you can find Rankin on Bass over at Chris and I's Patreon. My Patreon is patreon.com/projection booth. His is patreon.com/culturecast. That's culture with K. And every month, in the first of the month, we drop a new episode for our $10 and up donors. So check it out. It's good stuff. How about you, Father Malone?
Yeehaw. Do all that stuff, everybody. If you want to support us here at Midnight Viewing, go to patreon.com/Father Malone. Subscribers get episodes early and commercial free, and you get whole series that aren't available to anybody anywhere. But if money is tight, you could do us a favor by simply giving us a like or a 5-star review or a review or a share, or I don't know, put it on social media, put it on the blue sky. Everyone's on the blue sky these days. Thank you all for joining us here at Midnight Viewing. Until next time, try to enjoy the fucking daylight, everybody.